My coworker reported my hijab as aggressive, then stole my promotion, while her sister orchestrated a break-in at my childhood home, with my mother watching from down the street. When I asked my mom why she let them hurt us, she whispered, "I just wanted nice things, a better life. I didn't mean for it to go this far." So I showed her just how far it could really go. For 3 years, I've been at this marketing firm, unaliving it with every campaign, getting those glowing reviews, and then Gladys walks in 6 months after me, all smiles and, "Oh, I love your hijab, where did you get it?" energy. Should have known something was off when she started asking me super specific questions about my projects like she was studying for an exam about my work. Then she starts having these secret meetings with our supervisor. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm being paranoid, maybe this is normal. But then something happened and everything clicked. We were all eating our sad desk salads, and this woman looks me dead in the eye and says, "Some people's religious displays might be affecting team cohesion." I swear the temperature dropped 10 degrees. My hijab has never been a problem at this company, never. And suddenly I'm a walking disruption? That's when I started noticing things, like how she'd document every time I left for tour prayer, or took Eid off marking it as unexpected absence in her little notes. You know what else I found out? She was having weekly lunches with the HR manager, talking about how culturally sensitive she is because she volunteers at a refugee center once a month. Meanwhile, she's taking credit for my work in meetings she conveniently scheduled when I couldn't attend, presenting my strategies like she birthed them herself. So when I heard our CEO was visiting in 2 weeks, and through the office grapevine learned he's actually Muslim, I thought, let me test this theory of mine. I started by wearing my colorful hijabs instead of my usual boring black ones. Nothing crazy, just some jewel tones that made me feel like myself again. Then I casually mentioned near Gladys that I was thinking about toning down for career advancement, and this woman's eyes lit up like Eid morning. She immediately volunteered to help me be more professional, sending me articles about assimilation and corporate culture, all the while praising my work with backhanded compliments like, "You're so talented despite your challenges," as if being Muslim is a disability. Behind my back, though, she's telling HR she's concerned about religious extremism because I pray at work. The same prayers I've been doing for 3 years. The week before the CEO visit, I decided to really test her by wearing my beautiful hijabs, including this one with gold threading my nani gave me before she passed, and Gladys lost her entire mind. Started screaming about how I'm sabotaging my career, making everyone uncomfortable, and actually filed a formal HR complaint about my aggressive religious displays. Can you imagine calling a piece of fabric aggressive? HR called me in asking me to consider team dynamics, while my actual work performance sat there being excellent and untouched by their concerns. This woman then convinced our supervisor to let her lead the CEO presentation and scheduled every prep meeting during prayer times like it was a coincidence. She's going around telling people I'm fishing for a discrimination lawsuit. The day before the CEO arrived, I wore my most precious hijab, this stunning turquoise and gold piece that was my nani's. Gladys exploded right there in the office demanding HR remove me immediately because I was making a statement. They actually suggested I work from home during the visit to avoid issues, and my spineless supervisor agreed. That night I sat with all my evidence, the recordings I'd been making, which yes, are legal in my state, where she said things like, her kind always plays the victim, and she should go back where hijabs are normal, plus emails explicitly stating my religion made her uncomfortable. I found out she'd been gunning for the same promotion as me, telling management I'd probably leave soon for family reasons, because you know us Muslim women can't possibly want careers, right? Next morning I showed up early in my best blazer and that same turquoise hijab. I was setting up in the conference room like I belonged there, because I do. When Mr. Ahmad walked in, he saw my hijab and gave me salams in Arabic, and Gladys, who had no clue he was Muslim, interrupted saying I was supposed to be home because of my displays. He asked her what displays, and she went on this whole rant about aggressive religious expression and how I refused to assimilate, all the while thinking she found an ally. I calmly showed him everything, my performance reviews next to her complaints. Afterward, other employees started speaking up, sharing their own experiences with Gladys. When I played the recording where she said, "I don't care how good her work is, her type doesn't belong in leadership," you could hear a pin drop. Long story short, Gladys got escorted out by security that day, the HR manager got suspended, and they launched a full investigation discovering she'd been sabotaging anyone she saw as competition. I thought everything was over, when 3 months later we got a transfer named Michelle. Amazing credentials, super professional, and 2 weeks in someone mentioned her maiden name is the same as Gladys's, and my heart just stopped because here we go again. I clicked on the link she'd sent, and my stomach dropped. It was a news article from 2 years ago about a workplace discrimination lawsuit that had been dismissed, with Gladys quoted as saying the accusations were baseless attempts to destroy